What is up, guys? It is your boy, MaineMania, and welcome back to another episode of MK Mobile. Ladies and gentlemen, update 5.1 is here. I'm still debating if I'm going to make a separate episode for all the changes, but phenomenal update. Couple things I'm not a big fan of, equipment-wise, of what they changed in the Shirai Ryu Tower. I don't know if I need to make a full episode of that because you guys know how my channel content works. Like, I mean, I go over everything in every episode. It's like, that's why you got to watch all the episodes and you got to actually watch through. I talk about it all. I don't always just make like one episode just for one thing. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of go over things throughout the course of an episode. I know that there's people out there that just watch the video and skip to the boss fight, but my videos are never about the boss fight. So anyhow, the Crypt didn't get an overhaul, but we got basically Crypt 2.0. And I think the Crypt 2.0 was phenomenal. It basically allowed me to get MK1 Scorpion, as you can see right here, purchased with hearts. You know, somebody tried to say that I'm not a free-to-play player, and then I bought it. Like, I posted a screenshot of me getting him, and it literally shows the hearts and what he costs in hearts, which you can only earn by playing the game for free. And they still try to call me out as if I bought him. I don't understand. Anyways, guys, I got him with the hearts. I'm trying to make my way around and trying to clear everything out and get everything, but phenomenal week for me in the Crypt. I got basically 3 diamonds that I didn't have, or I don't have maxed in the Crypt this week, which means I'm going to be grinding my you know what off. And I don't really have the time to, but I kind of don't have a choice because it's the only way I can advance these damn characters. Cold War Scarlet's really hard to get. She's one of the hardest to get diamonds, and so is Leatherface. So I don't have a choice. I'm gonna have to do what I gotta do and burn through as many keys as I can. So yeah, and obviously Pyromancer Tiny is not the easiest goal to get either. So yeah, guys, the Crypt, the Elder run is only 3 floors now, which is solid. Not really sure how I feel about the tombstone changes as far as the tombstones being less than what they were before. Like, would it have killed them to just leave the tombstones at 15, 25, 50, and 100? Would that have killed them? I don't think that was necessary. Even if we end up with an extra 50 or extra 200 hearts, stop being so stingy with hearts. Why are they being so stingy with hearts? It's still unnecessary. Anyways, guys, I only have a couple of minutes to actually do the battle, so let's jump on into it. I don't really have a build right now for this tower, so I'm just going to rock with the Thunder Buddies with Classic Liu Kang as the support, using my Nightmare equipment that I've had from leftover. Still rocking with the Widowmaker because I absolutely love that piece, and I think the Widowmaker is one of the best pieces in the game. I think it's a top 2, maybe top 3 rare piece, but that's just my opinion. Let me get out of auto. I almost forgot. All right, first I want to cause a snare. I don't know how the difficulty is going to be. Are they going to get a lot of killer jackets? No, they're not, because I have the ceremonial pipe on whatchamacallit. All right, I think I can actually kill you without... I should have just used it. I was going to say, I think I can kill him without using a special 2, but might as well. The special 1 wasn't doing enough damage. I don't have too much damage yet. Can we get a combo Ender Soak? I'm going to block. I want a combo Ender Soak because I want to go for a Team Soaked. Last try. Didn't get it. All right. Well, we tried. We wanted to get a Team Soak, but we're not going to get it. We got the snare now. Block. Oh my god, I forgot about that last hit. I'm an idiot. Ah! Team Soaked? Stop being so stingy! Yo, this guy is so stingy with the team. We wasted so much time, guys. This battle could have been over already, but I was really trying to get that Team Soaked. Strength and stolen. You stole my shit? You little shit, mate. Okay, we got the combo Ender Soak there, so now we just need to block. Oh. I'm so greedy. Guys, I'm such a greedy player. I don't be wanting to block for nothing. All right, this should be the team soaked here. We didn't get it. All right, whatever. Whatever. We wasted enough time. Let's just do it. Wait, was Jason still soaked? Oh, you know what? I don't have team soaked, but Jason was still soaked from before when he tagged out. Oh my god, guys, I wasted so much stinking time. He's gonna res one more time, right? No, that was it. Wasted so much time. All right, I'm gonna need to get back into the groove. I'm obviously not focused here. I'm gonna need to get back to the groove. Nightmare 100. I don't know if anything's gonna happen, but just cross your fingers for your boy. I don't look forward to fatal 100s and normal 200s, and this is why. Nonetheless, guys, like I said, phenomenal update. I'm still debating if I'm gonna make a 5.1 video. I'm really happy with the update. The only things I feel like they didn't address with the update is Cabal's tagging. I think Cabal's tagging is a big deal. My personal feelings, but I think Cabal's tagging is not okay, and I think they definitely need to look into it because I don't think it's fair. I think it's a very unfair thing. It's a run breaker, and I'm not a big fan. One thing I did notice, I don't know if any of you guys have experienced this as well, but I play on 2 separate devices. You know, and you guys know I'll be working on my feats of strength, right? Like, y'all know I'll be working on my feats of strength, so I'll show you guys a quick snippet, but you guys have seen it plenty of times before. But I have plenty of farming teams. Like, these are all farming teams. You know, these are the 2 teams that I farm my special 1s and special 2s with. Those 2 right there, even though that's not updated on this phone. But then I also have battle mode teams, or the characters that actually need to get their 250 x-rays or battle mode wins, or both. And then I also have characters that need specific character kills, so people that need to kill a specific character. So I've got plenty of farming teams. I'm always farming. I don't waste my battles, right? I'm always farming. Faction war teams that need faction war wins, I'm always farming, and I don't waste my battles. And, you know, every time a new tower comes into play, I have to update all of those teams with equipment from that tower to give me the best chance of, you know, being able to farm as I get deeper into the towers. You know, once I get into those battle 100s, battle 140s, 160s, 180s, etc. I have one main team, which is my special 1 and special 2 teams. But outside of my one main team, you know, I have those teams, especially for the character kills. When I see certain characters on the other team, and I swap in that team real quick so they can get the kill. I have to tell you guys, man, I'm really frustrated because I play on 2 devices right now. I literally spent like 45 minutes to an hour updating all my teams, and we're talking about at least 13, 14 different teams, call it that, right? And I keep getting profile out of sync error. My teams aren't saving to the server. So one phone has the right teams and the other phone, which is the phone that I do my recording with, doesn't. So there's a sync issue, bug, whatever it is right now, and it's also causing me to get the profile out of sync error message pop up in the middle of fights. It happened in the middle of Nightmare 80 and Nightmare 6. In the middle of a boss fight, there's a big pop-up that takes away your screen taps, and that could literally be a run breaker, especially at like 200, right? So I did submit a ticket for it. I don't know if it's going to be fixed anytime soon, but I did submit a ticket for it because I think that's a really big deal. And I know most people don't play on 2 different, you know, phones or accounts, but there is a server syncing issue right now that is not saving the presets between, you know, to the cloud or something like that, because it's saving it on the device but not between both. Like, you know, and I've played like this for a while now because, you know, I got my personal phone and then I have my, you know, recording phone, you know, and stuff like that. And it's really frustrating for me because right now there's 2 towers, the Nightmare Tower and the Shiraiyu Tower, and I still have all these teams for the Adenian Tower on this phone. And it's because I created all the teams on the other phone because this phone was dying, and it kind of screws me over because this is the phone that I create content with, and I don't want to have to rebuild everything on both because that it takes a lot of time. You know, I probably don't have a choice because my fear right now is that I'm gonna have to redo all of them period. But I submitted the ticket. I'm waiting to hear back what they say, and I don't know, just a bug that I found. Nonetheless, phenomenal update. Like I said, no complaints really. I don't like that they changed Champions leather bracers. I was talking to one of my subscribers about it in one of my posts on YouTube. I don't like that they changed Champions leather bracers. That had a unique thing to it, and it wasn't detrimental as far as feeling unfun and unfair to the actual player, and I think that's important. Whereas the two pieces from the Shirai Ryu Tower that do feel like that, being Champions Nunchaku and Spectre's Burning Vengeance, the unfair and unfun element of it didn't get removed. The Fireball still exists, and the Team Fire and Massive Damage on Death still exists for Burning Vengeance. So those were very problematic things, and they were not, changed or eliminated, even though the pieces still got buffed. Pieces still got buffed. I don't know if those pieces can still get the kill, and I don't know if they're still going to do anywhere near as much damage. But my point is, I think that Champions Leather Bracers was fine. So was Infernal Chains. Infernal Chains and Leather Bracers were perfectly fine as they were. They kind of nerfed Infernal Chains, and then they nerfed, Leather Bracers. I don't think those deserved the nerfs. I think Champions Nunchaku and Burning Vengeance were the two that had a problem. Those two were very problematic pieces in this game. So I'm not too big of a fan of that. And without going to the pieces and going through everything, like I said, I may save that for an entire episode by itself, or I just may talk about it like I'm talking about it right now. I just don't think they hit the mark with those changes. I think what they should have focused on were the problematic aspects. I do understand Leather Bracers was very strong. I do understand that because it's literally it was my favorite healing piece in the game, but it was recovery based. It wasn't actually regeneration, it was recovery based. So I think that's why I didn't really think they needed to change it. I think that it was a very unique piece and that it did one thing very well. You know what I mean? But that's just my personal feelings about that. It's a little disheartening that I feel like they didn't focus on the right things. That's all I could really say. I can't bash 5.1 because I think the changes in 5.1 overall were great. I think the changes to the Crypt were absolutely phenomenal. And, I'm excited to see where the Crypt evolves to next, because if this is 2.0, I feel like Crypt 1.0 versus 2.0 was a pretty big jump in terms of, addressing most of the problematic issues in the Crypt. So hopefully they'll go ahead and change that. One thing I will touch on before I let you guys go today is I do not like the new inbox system. I think this is cumbersome. This is too much. Too much clicking. There was a couple of updates we got before that was eliminating clicks, right? Eliminating add to collection and all that kind of stuff. There's too much clicking. You got to check the message, read it, read all, claim all. Then you got to delete the messages. There's too much clicking now. I understand that they want, it's just, for me, this is probably the part of the update that I'm not a fan of. It's not even like it's a bad thing. It's just there's too much clicking. Back in the day before, we would just literally click, the message thing pop up, click accept all or whatever, or accept, and that's it. Now we got to click like 4 or 5 more times. It's just a lot of clicking, especially if you got to click through and read every message and pop up, accept, boom, delete. Are you sure you want to delete? Yes, I want to delete. It's just way too much clicking. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but on the same token, I feel the same way about this system. I feel like when this screen pops up, I shouldn't have to click add to my collection again and then wait for another thing to load. Like, they were doing so good with this and the transitions and loading screens, and I feel like they have taken a step back with all these extra confirmations. Like, when I get a piece, make it pop up for like a half second or a second, right? And, keep it moving. I just feel like they just keep adding too many clicks. I don't know. I think that's being a little nitpicky, but in the end, like I said, I think that they've kind of made a lot of these menu systems more cumbersome than they need to be. I guess that's the simple version of it. I think they need to keep things simple, and sure, there can still be an inbox section, but I think they should have kept a quick view section, right? They should have kept a quick view element or I can click on, you know, inbox, and that pop-up still comes up where I can just hit accept, you know, claim all, and boom, everything's good, done, and gone. I don't want to go through every message individually. And even if I read all, claim all, delete all, I just feel like it just added more than they needed to add. Maybe something else is coming to that system though. I think they could have done it more simply. Same with the Crypt, with like the tombstone purchases and the chest openings. That's the next thing that I think they're probably going to look into touching up for Crypt 3.0, is just finding a way to make that quicker than, you know, you go over there, then the animation comes up, then you got to hit, you know, buy with coins or open chest, and then you got to wait for the thing to come out, the animation there, then you got to wait to accept what's in it. I think they can at least eliminate one of those steps. I think that takes a lot of time in the Crypt, you know, and there's people talking about like they're not even opening the chest anymore. They're skipping the opening of the chest because it's just taking too long and making the runs feel a lot longer. You know, and sometimes there's equipment pieces in those chests. Sometimes it's very rare, but you know, they're willing to skip possibly getting Crypt equipment or tower equipment because of the animations being so long and all the extra confirmations. So I'm hoping that they look into that in the future. Though, you know, once again, I feel like that is being a little bit nitpicky, but I just personally do feel like that's something that they should look into. So outside of that, guys, phenomenal 5.1 update. I mean, this feels like my 5.1 update video. I didn't go into each piece one by one, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. We are caught up with videos, so you guys are going to be getting these a lot sooner right now, even if it means a few days without getting anything. But yeah, guys, things are going well. Still, you know, in my same situation, you know, still looking for a new place to live and trying to make my way through that. So hopefully that turns around for the better soon. The rent market where I live is insane right now, like literally insane. Everything is so expensive. It's been really hard for me to find a place, but I'm still looking. I'm still trying to make my way through that and grind. So once again, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I know it's not really like the most fancy update with visuals and me pulling up all the pieces and all that stuff, but these are just my initial thoughts. I do think they need to look at Cabal's run-in. It's too fast, it's unblockable, and it's not fair. It's a fatal blow. It's a kill shot. You know what I mean? Cabal's run-in is a kill shot. And I think they need to look into that, because I think it's extremely problematic that you have no chance to defend yourself against a kill shot when modes like Survivor and Crypt runs and boss battles exist. I just think it's too much. You have to have a chance to defend yourself. That's just game design 101 to me, as far as the devs and the timings that they work on and tweak for these types of things. You should have a chance to defend yourself. You should not feel hopeless and helpless and just get insta-deleted. You should have a chance to defend yourself. So that's my take on that. Let me know how you guys feel about it in the comment section below. As always, if you enjoyed today's episode, show your boys some love by leaving a like. If you want to show extra love, you got the join button, you got the thanks button, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time with MaineMania.